back to Maths in an Empty Classroom with me, Mr. Southern. This is part 3 of the lesson on reciprocal trig functions, and I'm now going to be taking you through another example of solving a trig equation. So we have solved the equation cosec 2 theta equals 4 over 3, and theta is between 0 and 360. So remember, straight away, first thing you check, what mode am I in? I'm in degrees. Make sure your calculator is in degrees mode before you do anything else, because then you don't have to think about it at the end and mess anything up. So cosec 2 theta equals 4 over 3. Now cosec 2 theta, it's 1 over sine, it's the reciprocal of sine. So instead of cosec 2 theta, I'm going to write sine 2 theta, and that is going to change from 4 over 3 to 3 over 4. Now, I just want to look at this for a minute. I've got 2 theta here, so sine 2 theta, I've got twice as many theta, I'm going to get twice as many solutions. So I'm just going to make a little note for myself here that I'm expecting to get 4 solutions to this equation. So I need to make sure that that's how many that I get. Okay, so that will mean that 2 theta is sine inverse of 3 over 4. So using my calculator, sine inverse of 3 over 4 gives me my principal solution, which is 48.59. Get that onto a cast diagram. So cast diagram there, 0, 90, 180, 270, all the way back round to 360. A, S, T, C, and my principal solution, my first answer, 48.59, is drawn onto this cast diagram, and it's going to be about there, with that angle there being 48.59. Now, which quadrants? Well, sine is a positive number, which means I want the quadrants where sine is positive. So I want the all quadrant, I want the sine quadrant, not the tan, and not the cos, which means that my second line is drawn in this sine quadrant here, and that angle there with the horizontal is 48.59 degrees. So, to get my next solution, I need to be measuring anti-clockwise around from O here. So I need to be doing 180 minus 48.59 to get my second solution, which is 131.4. So at the moment I have that 2 theta equals 48.59 and 131.4. But I was expecting 4 solutions. So where are the third and the fourth solution coming from? Well, they're coming from going all the way around the cast diagram again. So starting on 0, going all the way around 360 plus another 48.59. So that's going to be 408.59. And then going all the way around again until I get to this one. So adding 360 to 134.1, which is 131.4, I should say, which is 491.4. So just to emphasise, this value here has come from adding 360 to my first solution, and the fourth value here has come from adding 360 to my second solution. And now I have my 4 answers, and I get those 4 answers before I start trying to work out theta by adjusting this. So 2 theta is each of these values, so to get my answers for theta I just need to divide each one by 2. So I'm just going to do that on my calculator now. So it's going to give me to 1 decimal place 24.3 degrees. 65.7 degrees, 204.3, sticking with one decimal place, and 245.7. So 4 answers there within the range 0 to 360. And the key thing to realise was that because it was 2 theta, we were going to get twice as many solutions, so 4 in total, which meant we had to go around the cast diagram again by adding 360 to each of our first 2 answers, and that meant that when we divided them all by 2, we ended up with 4 values that were within the range 0 to 360. Job done.